Welcome to the Histories of Northamptonshire podcast series, and this episode number 100. Recorded on location, each episode tells the story of one of the many and varied objects which are the focus of the exhibition A History of Northamptonshire in 100 Objects. The exhibition runs at the Northampton Museum and Art Gallery between the 20th of September 2025 and February 2026. Selected by local individuals, heritage groups and the museum's own curators, each object tells a different story from the county's past. And so, to our guest for this episode.
I'm Binty Bint and I'm a Northamptonshire artist.
Is that a stage name?
It is, it's not my real name.
Binty Bint will do us very nicely for this particular podcast and indeed for the exhibition. Yours, Binty, is the last item in the collection making up the exhibition of 100 objects telling the stories of Northamptonshire. You are literally the end of the line as far as we are concerned. So what is the object that you have created for the exhibition?
It's a big pink chicken, of course.
I love the way you say of course. Why of course?
Well, I paint chickens mostly, but people keep asking me to paint other stuff, so I paint other stuff as well. But it is predominantly the chickens.
I believe you have lived most of your life, and by extension worked most of your life here in Northamptonshire.
I have, yeah. I love Northamptonshire.
So what does Northamptonshire mean to you?
Oh, this is a really tough question, why I love Northamptonshire. It's where I've always been. It's always going to be home. And even if at night, it's the best place to come back to when you've been on holiday. It's just like, I'm back.
The public nominated your work to go into the exhibition. And there was a competition, and your work won through that competition. So, number one, it was nominated by the public. It was voted for by the public. It's now on show to the public. So is it a motif for Binty Bint?
I would say so, yes. It's definitely, yeah, it was the original. It started out with the chicken. It's been other stuff along the way, but the chicken is always there.
Is that the Binty Bint calling card?
I think it is, yeah.
So if you work in Northamptonshire and you live in Northamptonshire, do you live on a farm? Are you particularly close to agricultural animals, or is it just an object that you like and have painted?
I used to do, more vandalism in my school days. And I wrote Bint everywhere. And then I had a break. I had children. I matured slightly. And then I was like, I don't want to write letters because everyone does letters. I want to do something that my children will see and be like, oh, look, Mum, there's a chicken. And obviously they're sick to death of them now. But but that's what I just wanted to paint something that's not, it's not going to offend anyone. It's not political. It's not this. It's just a silly, happy chicken.
You used the G word, graffiti. So were you breaking the law when you were doing that?
No, would never break the law.
So you've gone legit now by having chickens as the output of an artist in Northamptonshire.
That's how all graffiti starts. So it's all got to start like that, hasn't it? It's like you can't have drivers on the road without any learners.
What I'm getting at is your art is, number one, it's artistic because somebody appreciates it as art, but it's also expression from you, which other people appreciate. If you go down directly outside the front door of the Northampton Museum and Art Gallery, there is what looks like graffiti, and it says Northampton directly across the road from where we are at the moment. It has a positivity about it. For some people, your chicken does the same thing, but do you intend it to do that?
Yes, I just want to make people smile because there's so much unsmiliness around, isn't there, and in the world. It's just a happy, like, oh, look, there's a happy chicken.
What should Northamptonshire be about? It should be about happy chickens.
What Northamptonshire is so much more than that, isn't it?
Okay, what is it then?
What Northamptonshire? It's a huge county. Do you know what blows my mind? How big Duston is. It just seems to get... I paint lots and lots in Duston, and it just blows my mind how huge Duston is.
Let's move on to that, because as an artist, if you are known for painting chickens, presumably it's not just chickens you paint.
No, it's not.
Where then do you find the ideas for what you're going to paint? And in the same way that graffiti artists will use spray cans, is that your medium, or do you use paintbrushes as well?
No, I just use spray paint, because the beauty of spray paint is if you go wrong, you can fix it. You can go over any colour with any colour. Like if you're drawing with felt tips or paint, you can't go over it in white and it's perfect again, can you? And there's no tidying up afterwards. I don't have to wash my brushes or anything. Just put it in the car and go home.
Labour-saving art, labour-saving expression.
Yes, I'm all about minimum effort, maximum return.
This particular piece of work, how long did it take you to make it?
The one in the museum?
Yeah.
Well, it's a big chicken on a bit of MDF So I had to order the bit of wood, get my jigsaw out, saw it, and I'm not that well. It takes me a while with my jigsaw. Sand it, give it a base layer, and then spray paint it. So it's like baking bread, isn't it? You've got to wait for it to dry for ages, then you do a little bit, and then you've got to wait for it to dry, and then you do a little bit. So it's a hard question because...
So Binty Bint is an artisan, because what you've just talked to me is about not only freedom of expression and the expression of joy and happiness through painting a chicken, but you've also got carpentry skills because you've had to cut out the wood, technical stuff to make sure that your art resists time, or as far as you possibly can. There's all kinds of skills that you've put together. How did you develop those skills?
It's just practice, I think, and buying tools. I have a love for buying power tools.
An extension of the artist's toolkit.
Yes.
You need a jigsaw.
Yes.
And a spray can.
Yes. Oh, there's so many other tools you can get. Like, I quite like resining stuff, and then you have to get your blowtorch out, and that's quite exciting. And
the mad world of the artist.
Oh, I love it.
But the expression then, that joy embodied in your chicken, clearly it strikes a chord with Northamptonshire people. Have you ever asked people why that is the case? Do you ever do that?
I've never asked them that. I often paint bins on the street for people as commissions, and I get so many people come in to speak to me, and everyone's just lovely, and they say how nice it is, and I don't know, really.
Do you think that says something about Northamptonshire in its own right?
Yes, it's full of lovely people. I work for, and I come across so many wonderful people, and so many wonderful cups of tea I've drank.
We make a good cup in this county.
Definitely do.
The reason I ask you that is because if you go onto the market square, one of the oldest market squares in the country, there is one of the smallest arts centres. It's where, amongst other things, the film festival for Northamptonshire is based. And they call people in Northamptonshire rebels. They encourage rebels. When you consider things like the gunpowder plot, which was hatched in Northamptonshire, when you consider that Tresham ended up with his head on a pole above Northampton Castle, and a place that we've talked about during this exhibition, when you think about the Battle of Naseby, and the Civil War, which was played out in Northamptonshire, or at least that battle was. Time and time again, you find Northamptonshire people who are breaking the mould.
Well, good for them.
Aren't you doing the same thing?
Maybe. I just see myself as happily painting, but maybe I'm breaking the mould, I don't know.
Are you the Banksy of Northamptonshire?
It has been said before.
Are you comfortable with that?
I take it as a compliment because he is hugely successful, isn't he? But then also he's not that loved within the graffiti world.
And yet the public have nominated your work for this exhibition as the last piece in the jigsaw, the last of the 100 items, and it's a graffiti chicken.
That's exciting, isn't it?
Well, exactly. If you take that out in isolation, what is that saying about Northamptonshire? But if you then think about the public has nominated your work, and what's more, it's gone into competition and it's been the most selected item, therefore it has its place in the exhibition. How do you feel about that?
A little overwhelmed, if I'm honest, because you could vote online and you could leave a comment, and I got sent a list of all the comments, and they were just so nice.
So Binty Bint is perhaps a bit of a rebel. Binty Bint's chicken is a piece of joy.
I hope so.
It's a piece of enthusiasm in what could be described as a bit of a dark world right now.
Yeah, I guess so. I just want them to smile at it. That's all I want. It's just a little smile.
Do you think Northamptonshire is a smiley county?
Yes, the people I've met, I'd say. Well, you can't generalise everyone, can you? But all the people I come across are lovely. Like, I just walked here and walked past a man, he smiled at me, we smiled back.
And that goes a long way.
It does, doesn't it?
If we are bringing this series of podcasts to a close, and we are, because you are object number 100, you've spent your life working in this county, you are providing joy and entertainment, and perhaps a sense of identity to people in this county. Do you as an artist set out to do that? Or is it something that comes out of your art because you are part of Northamptonshire?
I think the latter. I don't think I set out to. I literally just set out with plans to paint happy chickens, and it just turned into something more than I never imagined.
And where do you think your art might go in the future? You're painting in Northamptonshire. You're not necessarily painting Northamptonshire, at least not in a graffiti sense. You have children. Are they artistic? Are they going to be perhaps your greatest work?
No. Children never do what you want them to do they?
They'll find their own way.
Yes.
Maybe that's part of what Northamptonshire is about, though.
Oh, yeah, you should definitely be your own person and do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy.
And the final keystone in this exhibition.
I hope so.
Binty, I think your place in the exhibition is absolutely cemented because people nominated your work.
Thank you, people.
People championed your work, but in the same way you're championing people.
Oh, the people make the world go round, don't they?
And is there Bint painted on any public buildings or any part of Northamptonshire that people can now go, hang on a minute, I know who painted that? Can we still find Bint somewhere? Binty.
The word or the chickens?
Both.
I do quite like the canal down behind KFC. Because Northamptonshire Walks have got a Binty walk, where you can walk and spot them all. I just love the canal. It's my idea of a fun Friday night out, to walk down the canal with a can of paint.
How appropriate that a piece of art should be in the museum and art gallery from a Northamptonshire artist, bringing joy to the current community of Northamptonshire and perhaps future generations of the county too. Wonderful to meet you. Don't stop painting chickens, because clearly it's putting a smile on people's faces, and that goes a long way with today's society. Thank you for coming on the podcast series, and may I say congratulations on being our 100th object.
Thank you very much, and thank you for everyone that voted for me, and thank you for having me. And it was lovely to meet you, John.
Thank you for listening to this Histories of Northamptonshire podcast. If you would like to find out more about the objects or listen to other episodes in the series, go to www.northamptonmuseums.com. Alternatively, you can visit the Northampton Museum and Art Gallery, where you can see the A History of Northamptonshire in 100 Objects exhibition for yourself. The Histories of Northamptonshire project is funded by Arts Council England as part of the National Portfolio Programme.